Okay, so in the beginning, there was Shakespeare, and he was a pretty cool guy, but he had some weird obsession with incest, but we aren't going into that. Anyway, Shakespeare wrote all sorts of interesting plays during the Renaissance era, and he had his own theater called the Globe Theater, where the peasants had to stand for days to watch stuff, like they had anything better to do. Anyways, one of Shakespeare's plays was called Hamlet, and here's a brief summary of what I know about Hamlet so far. Okay, so these guys are out chilling, being night guards and stuff, because the kingdom they just wrecked might want revenge or something, but either way, a spooky ghost came by and spooked these guys, so they called their friend Horatio, who was friends with this guy named Hamlet, who was a prince of Denmark, and this bro said it looked like the king who was the father of Hamlet, who just recently died. So flash forward to some later time, we got Hamlet and Horatio and the other bros to look at the ghost again, so they do, and Hamlet went to go alone, but who knows, it could be Satan or something, but either way, he does, and then they have a long talk about what really happened, and that was that the current king, Claudius, is a fraud, and he put some ear poison in the former king's ear and killed him, and said it was snake poison so that Claudius could become king and marry his sister-in-law, who seems like a right whore to me, since she also seems to want to come onto her son, but we'll get into that later. Back to what we were talking about, Hamlet swears to get revenge for his father and let God sort out his mother, Gertrude. At some time after or before that these messengers were sent to Norway to tell the new ailing king to make his nephew calm down and not attack Denmark and be friends more or less. So, after a bit, Hamlet is all over the place like a crazy lunatic, and Claudius and Gertrude want to know what is up, so they get Hamlet's old bros to spy on him from the inside. Polonius, who is some old dude who talks for like hours at a time and tells people to hurry, suggests that Hamlet is crazy for his daughter, Ophelia, because of his old love letter. Meanwhile, the two friends who are Rosencrantz and Guildenstern try to spy on Hamlet, but that bro is too keen and sees that they are indeed trying to spy on him, so he acts like a cool guy so they don't suspect a thing. But it doesn't matter, because he tells them that he is suspicious of Claudius murdering his father. So, sometime after that, Polonius sets up a stakeout point to watch Hamlet talk to his daughter Ophelia. Before the convo is over, Hamlet says all sorts of terrible things to poor Ophelia in some attempt to make it seem as if he doesn't love her anymore and that he is crazy, but yeah, she starts crying after Hamlet tells her to become a nun and never have children so she won't have to deal with someone like him. After Hamlet leaves, the eavesdroppers come in and try to console her or something. So for some random amount of time, these traveling actors come to Denmark to play a play for the royal family, so Hamlet seizes the opportunity to confirm whether Claudius killed his father by getting them to add on some lines to the script that reenact Claudius poisoning King Hamlet while he was asleep. While the play goes on, Hamlet rolls all over Ophelia, even though he apparently doesn't love her anymore. But the lewdness gets cut short by Claudius leaving the play when he realizes what the play is reenacting. Hamlet and Horatio are like, wow, so it really was him. Afterwards, Hamlet stumbles upon Claudius while he is praying and does a half-stabbing motion over Claudius, but then he doesn't because that would send him to heaven, and Hamlet wants his arsehole to burn in hell. So then later, Hamlet decides that he wants to go talk to his mother about something. I don't know what, but when he gets there, he hears other people talking, so he comes to thinking it is Claudius, trying to have fun time with his mother, and he gets mad and does a lot of yelling, and stabs who he assumes was Claudius hiding behind the inadequate tapestry wall. Turns out it's actually Polonius. Well, nobody cares about him. So Hamlet has a one-on-one with his mother, and his ghost dad comes back and sees how much despair Gertrude is in, and Hamlet gets super lovey-dovey with his mom. And I don't think I've gotten that far yet, but Hamlet is banished to England where everyone drinks tea all day and he'll die of bad teeth, but his ship gets attacked by polluters, and he comes back and has to fight and do stuff and everyone dies in the end except Horatio because he's the true main character of the play. The end.